Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful Montana waterfall. This is called Morrell Falls or Morrell Falls. It took about an hour to hike here, and the hike was a little over 2.5 miles long. Beautiful waterfall, worth the hike, but the hike itself wasn't that great. It's mostly through burned forest. I don't know when this fire was burned. I'll look it up and put that on the screen here, but yeah, it's mostly scenery like this. Welcome everyone to trail number 2. This is a different kind of trail, one that we are going to need a watercraft for. Luckily, I have a little packable watercraft with me. I have my pack raft, which is in here. This, friends, is the Kokopelli Twain 2-person pack raft. I really like this thing. You've seen me use it a couple times this year on the channel, and I'm going to be using it today. And this is what I'm going to be using it on. This is called the Clearwater River Canoe Trail. Or maybe it's just Clearwater Canoe Trail, I don't remember exactly. But this little finger of water leads out to the main branch of the river, which is out here. It's a small river, it's not a huge raging river or anything. And this is an officially designated trail for canoes, or also I assume kayaks, pack rafts, stand-up paddle boards. And it's a couple miles, like 2.5 miles of floating down the meandering river here. Nice, calm, easy paddle. And then once I get to the end, so this empties out into a river, or into a lake. The river here empties out into a lake. Once I get to the lake, I can walk back on a trail to here. They have a 1.5 mile long trail that connects the ending point to the starting point. So that's what I'm gonna do after I paddle the whole thing. I'm wearing my hip waders and my wading boots that I use for fishing because it's really shallow over here. I might have to get out and kind of push or drag the pack raft along in some sections, at least to get out to the main river, I think. And I thought, you know what, I have the boots, I have the waders, might as well put them to use here today. So I think I'm all ready to go. Let me grab a couple snacks out of the car, stuff them into the backpack, and we'll get started. And by the way, it seems like I'm the only person fool enough to attempt this on a chilly, overcast day. It's not too cold. I was gonna do this first thing in the morning instead of the waterfall, but then it was about 39 degrees this morning. It's a little bit warmer now. It's probably 55. It was 50 when I pulled up here to the parking area. It's probably warmed up a little bit, so not ideal conditions. It's also cloudy and overcast. The forecast does not call for rain, so at least we have that in our favor. Okay, so like I said, the water here is super low looking. I don't know if I'll be able to paddle out this way, but we'll see. Okay, backpack. Stick that in. Bag with some more camera gear. Stick that in. Try to dry out my boots. They're very muddy now after stepping in the muck here. Let's have them drain as much as possible. guess that'll have to do for that foot. Give myself a little bit more leg room here, and we're off. I'm going to, let's start the timer here, start the stopwatch, see how long this takes. Then I'll also start the GPS going on my phone. Like I said, this should be about 2.5 miles, 2 3/4 miles. And this, again, this is not the main river yet. This is just a little finger that leads out to the river. Oh, look at us, we're going. There's just something magical about being on the water. It's like having a superpower, being able to glide across the water. It is so quiet. Ooh, I can see moving water ahead here. Oh, the skeg is running aground here. Let me push off with the paddle. If this continues to be a problem, I'll remove the skeg from the bottom. It won't track as nicely, but it'll still work. But I'd like to keep it on, if possible. You know what? Good thing we have the boots and waders on. Oh yeah, this is super shallow right here. But this is the river. This is what we'll be going down for the next, I don't know, hour or two. Okay, I think we're in deep enough now. Let the boots drain. Beautiful clear water, as you might expect, on a river named Clearwater. I'm guessing that on hot days, you know, in the summer, this gets quite a bit of use, but I'm the only one out here, like I said. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna remove the skeg. If I'm already bottoming out this much in the first 5 minutes, it's gonna be a continuing problem, I think. All right, skeg is gone. Just silently floating down the river. Dipping the paddle in every once in a while to stay straight. I mean, there's not much current at all. If I stop paddling completely, I'm just going very, very slow. So I'll paddle a little bit and float when I don't feel like paddling anymore. I almost feel bad paddling because it's breaking the silence, breaking the calm. This is awesome. It'd be fun to tube down this too. I don't know if that's a thing that people do. Maybe it wouldn't be fun to tube it because, I mean, there's not a lot of current. You'd have to actively be, you know, breaststroking or backward paddling on the tube. I'm a very recreational paddler, kind of like I am a very recreational mountain biker. Like, you know, I've had a kayak for years. I just sold it because I got this thing. I've had a mountain bike for years, and it's fun to kayak and it's fun to mountain bike, but I have no interest in doing whitewater kayaking. That's just too stressful for me. I would do a raft. I would do whitewater rafting with a guide or something, but just me alone on a river, no thank you. And same thing with mountain biking. Like, I know too many people who've broken wrists, collarbones, mountain biking. Nah. I'll stick to mountain climbing. It's more my speed. And so is this. Slow and steady. Measured. Controlled. That's what I like. I like to be in control. Well, I've pulled the drone out. Launching from a pack raft is not exactly the most confidence-inspiring thing, but I'm going to try to make this as flat as I can, and let's see if I can launch it without getting chopped in the face or without it going into the water. Ooh, okay. I've been going for an hour now, I've been paddling for an hour, having a great time. 11 every minute of it. I've gone 1.08 miles, so about a mile an hour. This next part should go faster, the next mile, or the next hour should go faster. I think from here to the lake, I'm just gonna paddle. Let's see how long it takes to get to the lake from here. And just like that, we have made it to the lake. This is Sealy Lake. I'm still kind of at the mouth, at the inlet. I'm maybe 50 feet from the lake proper, 100 feet from the lake itself. Once I get out there, I'm gonna head that way, gonna hang a left. And there's some buildings over there. I don't know if you can see them. I'm gonna head toward those. I think that's where I'm supposed to go. If not, I'll adjust my course on the way. I do have, again, the GPS track that I made on my phone. I use an app called Gaia GPS for all of my GPS needs, my hiking tracking and pack raft tracking needs. Works great, great app. Okay, let's finish up this last little section. So it took me 34 minutes to do the second leg. And let me double check, see the mileage. I think it was 2.33 miles. Yeah, so total I've gone 2.33 miles, took an hour and 33 minutes. Awesome. Okay, let's cross the this little arm of the lake over here. Land ho! I think I'm aiming for a spot right here. So there's the big brown building that's the most obvious building. Then there's a smaller building to the left, and I think in front of that I see a little dirt path. Yep, I see it. And I hear the highway traffic. We are almost there. Look at this, floating through the lilies as we finish up our adventure. Well, the water part of the adventure. The Clearwater River Canoe Trail. There's even a sign here that says canoe landing. All right, we have, we made it. How long did that take? An hour, 54 minutes. Not bad, about what I thought it would be, an hour or two. Okay, now for part 2 of the adventure. I'm going to deflate the pack raft, put it back into its bag, and then there's a trail over here that we'll use to walk the 1.5 miles back to the car. And just like that, I'm ready to head back to the car. Got the pack raft in this bag slung over the shoulder here. Not the most comfortable setup in the world, but it'll be fine for the 45-minute hike back to the car. So I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, guys. 33 minutes, 1.45 miles later, we've completed the circuit. Total round trip time, I don't know, I stopped my stopwatch. 2 hours, 45 minutes, maybe. Super fun adventure. I think this would be something that the whole family would really enjoy if the weather is nice. As it is, I'm still the only person here at the trailhead. Feels good. Let me get all this stuff put away, and I'll see you over there on the mountain. Well guys, not for the first time today, I find myself thinking, how do I have this all to myself? Alongside, where is everybody? Wow. Welcome to Morrell Mountain Lookout. This is a Forest Service fire lookout, built in 1929. It's not manned right now. I think in the height of the summer it is, but right now it isn't. But guys, what a drive. That road getting up here was amazing. Super narrow, no guardrails, lots of exposure, big drop-offs on the side. Great views, just unbelievable positioning. Really, really amazing road. And it's a pretty good road. Like the RAV4 made it just fine. Any SUV could drive that. I think it's more dependent on the driver than the drivee, if you will, the person driving more than the car. You know, if heights scare you, I wouldn't drive that road. The last little portion, the last little like quarter mile of the road from over there where I parked to here is blocked off. There's a gate there, so I just walked the quarter mile up the ridge. It's just a spectacular place. So the steps leading up to the actual platform up there and the lookout itself are blocked off. You can't get through this little barricade here. But that's okay. Look at this. All of this has been burned. Really sad. But even so, just a spectacular place. Amazing views. Got a weather vane wind triangle sort of thing in front of some jagged peaks. And over here is Seeley Lake. This is where I was earlier today. Just a couple hours ago, I was paddling across the far right side of that skinny, long lake over there. And then on the front of the tower, we've got some solar panels and a wind turbine and some communications equipment. And so again, this is the Morrell Mountain Lookout, or Morrell Mountain. Again, it's the same name as the waterfall we went to this morning. But this isn't Morrell Mountain. This isn't the top of the mountain. This is the top of the mountain. And so that's where I'm headed next. We're gonna finish off the day with bagging a summit. I parked, let's see if you can see the car. Yeah, the car is parked right here. So I'm gonna backtrack to the car and then I just need to go up this ridge to the top. Shouldn't take too long, shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words, right? Well, I'm on a summit here, but it is not the summit. This is still the summit. I just double checked the map. So I'm kind of halfway between the true summit and the fire lookout, which looks very small down below me now. I guess I'll keep going. Might as well. I've come this far. Gone too far to turn back now. Probably another, I don't know, 15 minutes to the true summit over there. I'll see you up on top. Welcome to the spectacular 8,114 foot high summit of Morrell Mountain. This is my first peak, my first summit in the Swan Range. Another one of those Montana mountain ranges that most people outside of this immediate area have never heard of, but this is the Swan Range. The Swan River and the Swan Valley are over this way. We've got row upon row of jagged ridge line here. And then off to the left, northwest of here, this mountain range, this is the Mission Range. Another spectacular place. From what I understand, I've never been there. It's on the list. I'll get there eventually. And then again, here is Seeley Lake, that glinting sliver. And then one more look back this way at the false summit, that little halfway summit, and then on the left there, the fire lookout. It took me almost exactly half an hour to get here from the car. Fun little hike, not too difficult, just follow the ridge up. Got a little bit steep, a little bit of a calf workout at the end here, but a lot of fun. And I don't have a ton of daylight left, so I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna get out of here. I have about an hour and a half of daylight, and so that's half an hour back to the car, and then I have an hour to go find a campsite somewhere around here. So let me take care of that, and I'll see you guys back at camp. Well, mission accomplished. Found a campsite, nice spot in the trees. The main road is out here, and then there's this section that's kind of partitioned off with these boulders all along here. It's kind of a flat area for tents or canopies for hanging out at the campfire, maybe, which we have over here, a fire ring. And there's a little creek over here, a little babbling brook, back down through the foliage here. Nice little spot, cozy place to spend the night. How's this for a new camera angle? Does that work? I really do need a wider lens, don't I? Well, awesome day. Feels good to just be sitting here, not doing anything. Oh, if you couldn't tell, I'm not really a relaxer. On these trips, you know, these aren't relaxing type camping trips for me. These are trips that, you know, I have things that I want to see and do, and today I saw and did a lot of cool things. This is the last video of this trip, or from this trip, by the way. I'm going to spend the next 2 days fishing my way home, and then it's on to planning, preparing for the next one, and editing videos and all that good stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the day's adventures. Let me know what you think. What was your favorite part? What did you enjoy? What would you like to see more of in the future? I'm always interested in hearing what things you guys want me to see and do, so let me know. Thanks again. I'm tired. I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.